Here we go. Haha. We didn't miss anything. It just popped on. So we're good. And I gotta fix something. Go up there really fast and do that. Okay. All rise.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right, I apologize. It'll take me a moment here to get logged on and then we'll get started.
He was like I was trying to get the verdict back into the chat to you guys. I was like, well, I was stuck in the windows. Gigi, were you with us over yonder that we don't say the name of? I think I remember.
Okay, we're on the record on case CR 22-21-1623, State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell. The court's been advised that the jury has reached a verdict. The court will note the parties are present, the state's present with Mr. Wood, Ms. Blake, Mr. Wixom, and Ms. Beatty. Mr. Pryor's here representing the defendant, Mr. Daybell. And the court at this time is going to instruct the jurors to please be brought into the courtroom. That will include our alternate jurors as well to be seated. And then I will have the marshal get the verdict form from the jury once they return to the courtroom. So if they can come in at this time, we'll have them brought in.
Gigi, there is a video on my channel. It tells what happened, so you can go watch that. And it'll inform you. All rise.
Here's all President Counter for you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Please be seated. All right, the court's going to next just make a reference that there is a courtroom conduct order in effect in this proceeding to remain in effect. So I appreciate everyone complying with that order, as most of you have done throughout the proceedings in this case. At this time, then, the first matter I'd like to take up is to do a roll call of the jury for the record. So Madam Clerk, if you could please conduct a roll call of our jury to make sure they're all present and properly seated at this time.
Juror number 1, red card number 27. Juror number 2, red card number 219. Juror number 4, red card number 631. Juror number 5, red card number 653. Juror number 7, red card number 752. Juror number 8, red card 1680. Juror number 9, red card number 823.
Here.
Juror number 10, red card 1358.
Present.
Juror number 11, red card 1365. Juror number 12, red card 716. Juror number 14, red card 997.
Present.
And juror number 15, red card 1078.
All right. Thank you, Madam Clerk, for conducting the roll call. All right, at this time, I'm next going to inquire from the jury foreperson. Has the jury reached a verdict? All right, thank you. Mr. Bailiff, if you would please retrieve the verdict from the jury foreperson. Thank you. All right, the court has reviewed the verdict form. I'll note that all counts have been properly marked, as well as the verdict form's been properly dated and signed by the foreperson. The next step then is Mr. Daybell, if you and counsel would please rise. I'm going to have the clerk read the verdict.
In the District Court of the 7th Judicial District of the State of Idaho and in for the County of Fremont. State of Idaho plaintiff versus Chad Guy Daybell defendant, case number CR 22211623. Verdict. We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn to try the above entitled action for our verdict, unanimously answer the questions submitted to us as follows. Question number 1. In regards to count 1 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception? Guilty. Question number 2. In regards to count 2 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Tylee Ryan? Guilty. Question number 3. In regards to count 3 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow and grand theft by deception? Guilty. Question number 4. In regards to count 4 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Joshua Jackson Vallow? Guilty. Question number 5. In regards to count 5 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder of Tamara Tammy Daybell? Guilty. Question number 6. In regards to count 6 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of first-degree murder of Tamara Tammy Daybell? Guilty. Question number 7. In regards to count 7 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of insurance fraud? Guilty. Question number 8. In regards to count 8 of the amended indictment, in regards to count 9 of the amended indictment, is Chad Guy Daybell not guilty or guilty of insurance fraud? Guilty. Dated this 30th day of May, 2024, and signed by the presiding juror.
All right, Madam Clerk, thank you for reading the verdict. At this time, I'm just going to collectively ask the jurors, all of you, is this in fact your unanimous verdict on each of those counts? Very well. At this time, I'm going to inquire if the parties wish to have the jury polled. Does the state wish to have the jury polled?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Does the defense, Mr. Pryor, wish to have the jury polled?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
Very well, then. I'm going to direct the clerk to record the verdict. At this time, then, this does conclude the guilt phase of this trial. Because the defendant has been convicted on counts of first-degree murder and conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, the state has filed a notice of intent to seek the death penalty, and so a second phase of this trial, called the sentencing phase, will be taking place next. We're going to take a recess at this time for approximately an hour. We will come back on the record and begin with the start of that sentencing phase of the trial. I would like to remind everyone that this courtroom conduct order is still in application throughout these proceedings. Thank you all for complying with that. We are going to take that recess at this time. Mr. Daybell is to remain in custody at this time for the commencement of the sentencing phase. And with that, thank you all, and we will be in recess.
All right, please.
Whew. Oh, 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 the JJ one got me. Oh, oh, I think I held my breath because now I'm panting. Oh, 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 oh. Sorry. Hold on, I gotta get a Kleenex. Yeah, otherwise my makeup's gonna be everywhere. Oh. 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 Whew. Sorry about that. Whew. There you go. There's some emotion. Oh. Oh. So, you know that for 7 years, whenever all of these verdicts come in these trials, the ones that are like this, usually I am a basket case and have been and always will be. I don't think I ever will get used to this being, you know what I mean? There's just some things I can get used to, some things I have no problems with, but this kind of case with the verdict, and now we have another one because now we have a week or whatever it's going to be for them for the verdict for the sentencing, because we move into the sentencing phase because this is a death penalty case. So, oh, let's see what you guys are saying. Let me know how you feel and put it in the chat. So this will always be it'll always be this way for me. So, okay, your reactions. Let's get them. Here we go. I'm going way the heck up here. There he is. Oh. I wish I could have zoomed. You know what? It would be awesome if I could figure out how to do that. I need to figure out, I think once this trial ends and I get a little bit of a break or whatever happens next, I'm not sure yet, but I want to see if I can maybe figure out some better software than what I'm doing. This isn't really software. This is StreamYard. But I'd like to be able to do what I was doing before, where, you know, I know that there's other stuff out there that I can do stuff with, and I want to see if I can do it where we could, like be able to zoom in and be able to, if we have this thing where we have this trifecta of views. Pardon me. We have this trifecta of views like we have with these two trials, and Koberger's is coming up. So we're going to, hopefully by the time Koberger comes up, I will have either figured out how to make it so that I can, do what I did during Murdoch, get that, really get a good thing where we can switch back and forth and have it all fancy. That's kind of what I want to try to do. I don't know software stuff other than what I was using. I think, I forgot the name of the thing I was using. My brain is, I forgot. I'll have to figure that one out. But I know that, I don't know. I have used OBS. I'm going to see if I can look into that and see what I can do with it. StreamYard's good for this kind of thing, for the ones where it's just the single, but I'd love to be able to get in there with all of the stuff and be able to go zoom in and stuff. We'll see. I'll work on it. So let me see what y'all are saying. So that would have been awesome to be able to zoom in, but I don't know if I want to be that close. And then Barbie says no emotion. No, I took care of that for Linda's. Oh, that was whew. I was I did hold my breath. I did. I actually forgot to breathe. Our heart goes out to, let me see if I can hold on a second. Let me see. I got to put this up. I have, right now I've got the one. Okay. I got this one. I'm going to put this up. Sorry to put him up there too, but it's what I got. His little smile just gets me. Okay. Let me go back up here real quick. Actually, I'm going to. Fly free. Oh. Oof. I can't. Okay, hold on. I got to get back to the comments. Otherwise, I'll just be boo-hooing and no one wants to see that. All right. So, let's see. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, really good thing to have is premium. Oh, sorry about that. I should have kept that up where I could see it and then, try to, yeah. And yes, thank you to the jurors. I'm just going to be quiet while I put these up. Maybe I'll take me off the screen. Hold on. God bless emotions. What is video tilted? Titled? Oh, tilted. I read that wrong. Titled. Here, 1 second. I'll get it for you. Gigi, 1 second, hun. It's, if you're still here. I'm way the heck up here going through. So if you're not here, it's why I'm no longer with said place. But I'm not saying the place. So I need to keep this in my mind. So they said that they were taking an hour break, and that was at 1 well, 2:14, and it's now 2:22. So I'm keeping an eye on that. Thank you, Linda. My heart is full now. I can't read them. Sorry for the silence. So yes, this is the first trial where my face has been seen during a verdict. Well, until I took myself off. But oof. Thank you, jury. And I'm sorry to those who may not who may be against the death penalty, but I think in this case, oh my gosh. And I think it should have been in the case with Lori. And I think that the LWAP, even though we all know, I'll just put myself on real quick and I'll talk here. Even though we know that in most death penalty cases, those who, if they receive death penalty, could spend their entire life on death row. And on top of that, we also know that death penalty costs taxpayers a lot more than life without parole. So either way, in a case like this, it's still the same. But in the back of my mind, on certain cases like this, I think just knowing it's settling. And I don't mean for every case, because I'm not an every case person, but just in cases like this, I just but I know that people don't realize that when they're looking at cases with death penalty and whatever, we want to get it done, but it's a lot to go through. You have appeals, you have all the things, and it takes forever. Some places are kind of quicker than others, but in this case, I mean, knowing that Idaho, I think if somebody can, we talked about this, or somebody mentioned it, that death penalty cases in Idaho stay for a long time. I think I'll get down to, you guys will probably remember that was talked about. I think Nate may have talked about it. So he's going to be by himself for a while, either way. And I think that they'll have him in protective type of thing, I think is what I heard. But yeah, but just a thought, it depends on how you think about it. I would be good if the jury does go LWAP. I will be absolutely okay with that too. Because he's still, he has to sit with, in that case, he has to sit with what he did. But I don't know, he might find a portal in his head and escape mentally anyway, so. Yeah. You guys can watch Nate's thing. I'm sure y'all are probably watching it. I'm trying not to show his stuff. I want him to, do his own thing. And I showed that one little thing, and that's all I'm going to show. Unless I got permission from Nate to show it, I try not to. It's not joy. I don't get joy out of any of this kind of stuff. The reason I say that is because I've been through this personally in my life. I think I've mentioned it before or earlier on when I started the channel and why I follow trials and stuff. It's because a friend of mine who was very close to our family is lost her niece at 3 years old to a serial killer. This was family to us. Family to me is, if I feel your family, I make your family. Even if we go have problems, even if something comes up, you're still our family. It just means, it is what it is. But that case, that was our sweet little 3-year-old. Her name was Amber Fisher. The serial killer was David Allen Lucas. This was in 1984. He unalived her when she was 3 with, if you go to Murderpedia, just type in David Allen Lucas and you'll learn all about it. He had other victims. There was another child her age there, and there was a 6-month-old baby that was left alive. And so going through that, I actually did attend the trial. The trial was set to where there were other victims that the trial was for, and when it came to Amber's portion for her, the choice was made not to go to trial. And I think there was a hard choice, and it's something that the family, I'm sure, lives with. But the vindication is that he was given the death penalty, even though stuff happened and all the things. And that was a hard case. But I did go to the court a few times with that. And there's more to it. That is why I'm emotional about it, because yes, it was a sweet baby, but it was also our family and other. Maybe I'll talk more, maybe on our members only someday, so that it's not so public. But yes, so that's what I've always said, is that I have a connection to why I watch trials, and that is it. So that's why I want to say that it's not. This isn't joy. This is sadness because of the lives that are lost, and anger at the person who does this kind of stuff. And in my opinion, both Chad and Lori both are serial killers. I'm pretty sure they could be put up on that list. And may portals not be a thing so that they can find each other later. And now I'm gonna move on. I was hoping we'd get justice for Tammy also, but wasn't sure. Well, let's see. Well, Linda put some stuff up. Did she put up what Nate had said? I need to go back and actually look at that. We'll look at it in a minute. Let me get through these comments and we'll shoot. He was right. Guilty on all, right? Was it guilty on all? I need to see the words. That's my problem. I need to see the actual words. Guilty of murdering is okay. Yes. Right there. Jury finds Chad Daybell guilty of murdering his first wife. I should have said unaliving, whatever. Tammy Daybell and the youngest children. Sorry, I think I misread that. I was like, wait, didn't I hear that? Okay, I did. Thank you, jurors, and thank you for everyone here. It has been a tough time getting through this trial. It has. Oh, I was up close on his face and he seemed to know it was coming. Did you? Oh no. He didn't change his expression, did he? The ads during it was not cool. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Premium. Ah. I'm sure his kids don't have a reaction. They are, like him, stoic. That, I wonder if that comes with certain, not to put, I don't know, certain religious beliefs and how you are and stuff. I don't know. Or are they naturally that way? I don't know. It has been, and it has been a long time coming. Yes. And now we go through Lori's in Arizona for Charles. Yes, guilty for Tyler. Yes. Okay. All right. So let's see. Let's get down here. Sandra. Hi there. Hey. Hello. Mwah. Okay. All right. Let me get down to the bottom before I spend an hour trying to go through all these comments. Y'all rock. Yay. All right. Hey, Wendy. Hey. So now y'all know why I do what I do. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to get, wait, let me put that down. All right, I'm back down to the bottom. I was holding my breath and okay. Yes, I held my breath. I do that a lot, actually. That's why sometimes you hear me go heavy breathing. It's because I was holding my breath. All right. Oh, yes. So I think that I need to. I don't know. Should I cut? I may have to figure out. I need to. I think I'm gonna make a clip of the verdict. I'll do it once we, because I know they're supposed to be coming back for something, right? That's why this thing is still up and they haven't turned it off. And he said it was an hour, so I'm not leaving. So it was 2:14 when he said it. It is now 2:35. So I'm trying to keep an eye on that. Yes, it was so horribly tragic. She was so cute. She was tall for her age, which is why it happened. Because the serial killer, he doesn't get to have a name anymore. He has a number, but he thought she was old enough to be a problem, but she was only 3. My friend did have the opportunity to hear from, I do believe, the what was I going to say? The baby that was left in the crib that was 6 months old. She's, so that was good to know. Okay. All right. Yes. Thank you for putting that in there. My brain is mush now. Hey, Becca. Good to see you. Wendy says, it's sad when we as strangers to those kids care more for them, yes, than their own mom. Yes. I feel like there was some sort of issue between Tylee and Lori as mom and daughter at the time. I mean, like I've said before, that happens, but ugh. Whew. Yes, I'm trying to I'm trying to get myself. All right. Let's see. So while we wait, I think we got a little bit more time. We can either keep talking about this. We could replay it if you want to, or as I can, open it up and we can watch it again. Or we can go back to Coburger and watch the rest of that while we wait for them to come back. Let me know what y'all want to do. Stick it in the chat and we'll do that. Oh, I rhymed. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, Nate put some good stuff up. I'm gonna see what he had. He had some really good graphics up. I don't want to. Actually, yeah, let me see if I can put this up. Yeah, well, I'll just show it here. Let me stick this up. I'll do this real quick, and then let me make sure I can see this one, and then I'll present. I want to see if I'm doing it right. Let me make sure I got the right one. Let me do this. So we put this one. See, which one was it? I'm going to take a look at this. Oh, let me see, make sure. I'm going to put. Let me see. I'm trying to see if it's okay. Yeah, I'll just stick it up on the screen and then you'll see it. All right. Oh, I keep forgetting there's this option to just show that one. Let me do that again. There we go. There we go. Cool. And thank you to Nate for everything he's done for this trial, for the entire case, for 4 years, and he's still got one more to go. The Arizona for Charles. All right. Let me go back to this one so at least we can see it.